Golfer 007, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed Golfer 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 ME.
Reduce 160 to 4, speed 124.
Hello there YouTube, Matt here once again, aka Bellins, and welcome to another installment of, well, I was going to say an Pfpx video, but it's not really an Pfpx video. It is an add-on for many platforms, one being Pfpx. It is Professional Flight Planner X from the guys over at Flight Sim Soft. Now this was released a couple of weeks ago, and I've not really had the time to do a video on it. This still isn't a video of its full potential, but I will be explaining how I will be using it in my upcoming videos and how incredibly useful this tool is. Also, I guess I should say hi to the new subscribers. We're just approaching 700 now, which may not be a significant number for you, but considering when I started this, I expected maybe 50 or 100 people to tune in and say hi and watch and subscribe and all that great stuff. You know, it's come on leaps and bounds, and I'm eternally grateful. So if you are liking this, then thank you very much for sticking around. And if you're new and you're still kind of unsure of what's going to happen, I appreciate you trying it out, and I appreciate you sort of giving me the chance. I hope I can entertain as well as inform, as well as whatever else you so desire. So yeah, thanks again, and here's to the next 100, I guess. Okay, so on to the task at hand. When you open Pfpx and you put your serial in and you've connected and it's all good, this will kind of be the default scenario you're presented with. In the top right, for those aesthetically motivated people, you will see a drop-down menu and you can change the color scheme. I'll change it once just to show you. There's a Windows 7 one, but I'm going back to Aqua because I think it looks cool. That aside, you probably should check you have the latest version, so click the big world in the top left and then program options, and then go to general, and just make sure that everything here is got green ticks by it, basically. In the bottom right of the program, you'll see your name, you'll see the latest AirAC that you have, so I have 1309. You'll see that the weather, well, you might not have set that up yet, kind of a little bit ahead of you, but I've already selected the file. I'll show you how I did that in a minute. And the nat tracks are online, which is good. It means if you are flying across the pond, be it here or somewhere else that uses tracks, I don't even know if anyone does, yeah, I think Australia does, but whatever, then they are accessible and they are online, and it will use those tracks and it will plan a route via those tracks. So, setting it up, relatively simple. Program options again. Just go through all these tabs and just make sure everything is as you need it. I use kilograms, meters, and feet. I don't change any of this stuff. Everything is in its default state. The database just tells you that you have the database 1309 installed, and its validity is up until the 19th of September 2013, which then AirAC 1310 will come out, and we are sourcing this data from Navigraph. There is currently 50 aircraft in the database. They are all preset by Pfpx, and from those 50 aircraft I have set 4 aircraft up, and there is 8 ETOPS aircraft, I'm guessing based on how many aircraft are ETOPS certified, capable, whatever. And I have 1 stored route, which is because I've tried to play around with it prior to making this video and I forgot to delete it. So onto the weather tab. I use Active Sky, and you can browse to the Active Sky folder by going to App Data, Roaming, Hi-Fi, AS2012, or Weather, and then just use that folder. It will pick up the relevant information. If you use Rex or the FS Global Weather Engine, it is entirely up to you to find what they want. I'm guessing they'll be in a similar place, maybe in App Data Roaming than Rex or something stupid like, I don't know. But you need to find that yourself. I don't know where they will be. The rest of it, if you want to use the Pfpx server, you just click online. But I wouldn't recommend that unless you are really stuck and you don't have an add-on weather program. It's always better to take the weather that your actual weather program is outputting as opposed to different sources. i.e. the stuff that what's it called, Pfpx gets for you. Wait, okay. I mean, I haven't touched any of this. I have a friend, Alex, he's a dispatcher, and I did actually once upon a time take some passenger weights off him for his carrier, but I forgot to do them again. I think I remember him saying actually that they weren't too far off, so don't worry too much. Airline codes, well, here they are. They're all there. They're just airline codes if you know what they mean. So for example, ANA is All Nippon Airways. And network, if you run this thing through a network, you can do all that good stuff there. And this is for the online data for VATSIM and IVAO. So, these tabs at the top, schedule is relatively self-explanatory. You can add a schedule by filling out all these forms. And then if you want to make it repetitive, i.e. you want to operate it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you just tick that and apply. And then that will appear in your schedules tab. Once you've added the schedule, you can add a flight to that schedule, which then you can dispatch for today. Again, relatively straightforward, although some of the fields may confuse you slightly, but that is for a completely different video. And then we have the traffic browser, which means that you can load the data, for example, from VATSIM. And then when it's loaded, God knows how long this will take, there we go. You can then see all the traffic on VATSIM. So let's just pick on some random person. United 919, he's going from Heathrow, oh God, to Washington. It's Alex. That was... I just talked about him 5 minutes ago. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, he's off to Washington, and you can see he's a 777, probably the PMDG, because he's obsessed with it. And there's his route down at the bottom of the box. You can also do the same with IVAO. You can filter it as and when you need to. You know, it's got a bunch of useful things that you may want to play around with. I'm not going to show you them all. But yeah, the box here, you can filter it. You can do whatever you like. Same for the IVAO traffic as well. We'll do it for both just so we're not being biased towards one network. And there we go. There's some more people flying across the pond. Next tab, browser. Now this is really cool, except one thing. I cannot, for the life of me, find out a way to manually enter things in the address bar. I'm assuming this is an address bar, but it doesn't feel like one. There is only really one way to browse to sites, and that is to click Setup and then Add, and you can add a link in any of these various folders. So it comes with a bunch of predefined links, which you can access by clicking here, and then it opens them all, and you can tab through them. But it would be really nice, and if any of the Top Cat or the Pfpx guys, sorry, watch this, if you could add an address bar, then that would be really nice. You know, make your own little browser, make some money. Well, you're already making money, but you get the point. So yeah, that's the only little issue I have with this bit, but still, they have some really nice predefined links, and you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can do what I say. You can zoom in and zoom out, and it didn't even work, but you get the point. Let me go on to a different one. Zoom in, there you go. You can zoom in and you can zoom out, and yeah, it's a browser. What else do you want to do with it? So this video has gone on for long enough. That is my kind of overview of Pfpx and the installation of it. You probably didn't find any use in this at all, but I will say one thing. This will be being used on all of my upcoming videos now, plus a bunch of other good tools, but this will be the primary tool. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to see what features it had. I mean, I've just found some more features as I'm talking about this. There's a scratch pad, who knew? You can even save it. Good job. I'm just talking to myself now, I don't actually know what I'm doing with my life. Is there anything else I could say? No, not really. Time to edit this, get it all over and done with. Thanks for watching. Twitch.com forward. No, it's not even .com, is it? What am I talking about? It's .tv. Twitch.tv/Bellins. Facebook.com/BellinsHD. And the rest is Twitter.com/BellinsHD. YouTube, you are already here. I don't need to promote that. Until next time, have a glorious day. Or week, depending on when I next upload a video. Bye bye!